Hi, I'm Eric Folks, and today we're going to talk about how you can share your gallery collection files out of the My Content folder in Smart Notebook. This allows you to share whole pages that you've created or maybe individual objects. As far as the big picture, there are two steps. First, we have to, as the creator of the collection file, create a subfolder and create the collection file, make it available to somebody else. The second part, which we'll deal with in the second short little video, is how you actually import the gallery collection file. Both of these steps are very straightforward and easy. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the My Content section of the gallery. I click on Gallery and immediately it appears right here. And I'm going to deselect this auto hide. That way you can see all of our instructions here step by step. But I'm going to, from the little drop down, I'm going to create a new folder. And this is the title of the folder that I'm actually going to share with other people. It could be really anything you want. It doesn't even have to be in the My Content folder. You could put it a subfolder in any one of these other subfolders that you've created as well. So we're going to just call this one Share. So once you've created the subfolder, then you can drag things to it. Assuming, of course, that you have deselected the auto hide. So I'm going to just real quickly clone this picture and I'm going to drag it by left clicking and holding. You see I get the little plus there and I'm going to let it go. And now you can see in my subfolder share I've got this picture. If I want to, from the drop down there, I can rename it and make it whatever I want. What about whole pages though? The advantage to saving whole pages to those folders is that it will include not just individual objects, but any of the links, any of the animations, or the interactivity. All that good stuff is saved. So from the page sorter icon, any page from the drop-down you can add to the gallery. So I'm going to add this page to the gallery. Now, since I had Share highlighted before, it immediately put it in here under Notebook Files and Pages. If for some reason it put your folder or your page under the main My Content, you can always find it here, and then I'm going to expand my content folder. Then you can always take these and you can drag them into the individual subfolder that you want. In this case, we're not going to need to do that because when we saved the page as a gallery item, it put it right in the folder we want. So we can do this with as many items as we want. Once we've got everything in that subfolder that we want to share with somebody else, then from the drop-down, we're going to export as collection file. You put it wherever you want. In this case, I'm going to just put it on the desktop and we'll call it the same thing, just share. You can call it whatever you want, and you can see it's a .gallery file extension. So I click that. It doesn't take very long for it to export and spit those things out, but of course that depends on the size of the subfolder. If you've got tons and tons of stuff in there, it can take a good amount of time. So now let's see. Here's our gallery collection file. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to just move it over to this flash drive so that I can share it with somebody else. And at this point, I can give that flash drive to them and they can open it up. Again, in part 2, we'll talk about how you import it. It's really as simple as double-clicking to open it, and then you'll see it under the My Content folder. But I could also put it in the curriculum drive. Depending on the size of it, I could email it to them or use Dropbox. You've got lots of different options for getting the file to them, basically as many as you've got working with any other file type. Okay, so stay tuned for part 2, importing the gallery collection file. I'm going to go to a new computer so that I can show you what that looks like.